It's that time again. The year is winding down, but our schedules are filling up. Between travel, gatherings, work deadlines, and that ever-present urge to squeeze in just one more thing before the year's out. So today, I'm taking a moment. Do you want to join me? Let's sit down and I'll share how I'm carving out time for self-care using my new Notion template called Nourish Notes. We'll dive into how I'm designing my day, refreshing my routines to nurture the habits I want to build, and I'll also share how I'm prioritizing self-care, the hobbies I cherish, and the essential downtime we all need. Let's do this together, let's reclaim our time, and step into this busier season with a little more intention and a lot more ease. Let's do this. In order to design my day, I'm gonna write out my morning non-negotiables and my evening non-negotiables. And then I love journal prompts, so I'm gonna go through and figure out what does my ideal morning look like. For me, the reason I like to write it down is because if it's just kind of living up in my head, then I have a really hard time putting it into action because I haven't really reflected on it enough. So that's what we're gonna do right now. My morning non-negotiables are drinking matcha, getting outside, just getting some fresh air, even if it's for like 5 minutes. Obviously, if it's crappy weather, then TBD, but it's mostly sunny here in Austin, and I feel so much better when I get fresh air first thing in the morning. It really helps having dogs because it pushes me to get outside, whether I'm playing with them in the yard or taking them on a walk. Getting outside is my second non-negotiable. My third non-negotiable is moving my body in some way. This doesn't mean that I am working out and pumping iron 7 days a week. It just means that whether I'm like getting up, stretching, taking some deep breaths, some spinal twists, I just need to do something to just wake up that sleepy energy and just get my body ready for the day. So those are my 3 non-negotiables. What are your non-negotiables? Let me know in the comments. Now for evening, it's a lot simpler. Just 2 things. No phone in my bed. I really don't like scrolling in my bed. It is a boundary that I really try hard to stick to. Obviously, I'm not perfect. There are some nights where my phone creeps into my bed and I do not feel good about it. I might scroll on my couch, but once I'm in my bedroom, I really try to just put my phone on the charging dock, which is across the room in my little reading nook corner. And then the other thing that I try to set besides no scrolling in bed is no scrolling after skincare. So for me, after I've washed my face, done my gua sha and my skincare routine, that is my cue that like technology, we're powering that down. We're not checking our emails, we're not checking our Slack, we're not scrolling on Instagram or whatever. I deleted TikTok from my phone, so I don't scroll on TikTok on my phone anymore. That's my non-negotiable. And then the second non-negotiable is to read my book to wind down. This was not always my evening routine, but I am so in my Kindle era right now. I mean, I guess Kindles are considered technology, but that is the one device that I allow. There's some times where I am in bed by 9 p.m. and I'm reading from 9 to 11 p.m. and then I go to bed. I would ideally like to wake up at 7 a.m. So in order to get 7 or 8 hours of sleep, I would like to go to sleep by 11 p.m. And that's pretty consistent with what I do. There's some nights where I go to bed at 10:30 and that's great. I actually track my sleep using my Oura ring. I have been getting quality sleep. I am very proud of myself. Those blackout curtains that I mentioned a couple videos ago have been a game changer. That has helped so much. Now that I've kind of figured out how I'd like to design my day, I'm going to fill out the habit tracker portion and we're gonna head over to my desktop computer for all of that just to change it up. This is the dashboard of Nourish Notes, and now we're going to plan out our ideal morning and evening routine. I'm gonna walk you through some of the habits that I'm personally working on building. And I wanna preface this by saying that I love digital systems because it remains flexible. Even though we're writing down our ideal morning routine, it doesn't mean that if we miss a day or even have like an off week, that it's just a failure. I don't want us to feel like we have to constantly compete with ourselves, but at the same time, we should be able to push ourselves enough to hold ourselves accountable to things that we know are gonna make us feel so much better. So just trying to find a little bit more ease and compassion for the different seasons of life that we're in, but also knowing that we are capable of building new habits. We are capable of doing hard things and pushing ourselves. And so I'm trying to just bridge that gap. So we're gonna fill out our routines for AM and PM, and you can see it all on this homepage, and you can also fill it out here on this dashboard, but we're gonna go into daily routine. Technically today's Tuesday, but I'm just gonna mark this one as Monday. These are my habits. These will originally say habit 1 through 5, and you can just rename it. You can create a new day every single day, or you can do it by the week. So for me, I like to prep my routine for the week. So we did Monday, now we're gonna do Tuesday, and I'm going to hit the date, click Tuesday, and then click Wednesday, and so on. Now I have Monday through Sunday all set up, and if you go to my homepage, it is filtered to just show this day. And as of today, I did take supplements, I did get outside, I did meditate this morning, and I did stretch. The only thing I haven't done is actually write an intention for the day, and it's already almost 3 p.m. So I'm gonna go ahead and write my intention. My intention for today is to organize my self-care planner so I can feel ready to tackle tomorrow. That's my intention. Then we also have a space to write this week's goals, if you want to fill that out. And then the other area of this template that I love is that we're all about celebrating your goals. This section is where you get to write what you're gonna do to celebrate if you check all these boxes for a week or for a month, like whatever goal you're setting, whatever habits you're trying to build for however long you're trying to stay consistent with it. What are you gonna do to celebrate? I'm gonna celebrate by going to dinner at Uchibi? There is a new sushi restaurant in Austin called Uchibi. Little fancy, but I'm gonna treat myself to that. And I like this approach because I was probably gonna go to this restaurant anyways, but this just gives me more motivation that if I check all these boxes by the end of the week, I can celebrate and get sushi. Okay, I just found out it's called Uchiba. So now you can see I've got my AM routine laid out, my PM routine. You can view it by the month, you can view it by your table. And if you ever want to just start over and delete this, just click outside of the box and then drag, and then you can just hit delete. Now we're just gonna go back to our dashboard, and you can see Tuesday, which is today, our AM, and then toggle to the PM. Now we're gonna head into our gratitude journal. I just wanna show you what this looks like. Personally, I use our Vision OS journal in GoodNotes because I like to hand write my reflections and journal in there. But I really wanted to include something where this is a standalone template. So if you want a space to journal, write your reflections for the day, and just think of your gratitudes, we have that here. So I just wanted to show you what that looks like. We also have a bunch of journal prompts that you can dive into. I'm a big fan of journal prompts. It really helps me process things. And we also have self-care ideas. For the last section of this video, I want to focus on joy jots. This is a section that I really wanted to have included because so many times people have asked me, oh, what's your favorite restaurant in Austin? Or what are your favorite books, TV shows, movies, whatever it is. For some reason, when people ask me, I draw a blank and I literally can't think of any hobbies that I have. And so I wanted a space where I can keep that stuff front of mind and think of, oh, you know what? I really love that movie Stardust. That is a movie that to me is so underrated, but it is a movie that I feel so happy every time I watch it. And so that deserves a spot here in my joy jot. So I'm going to go through and fill out all the things that I really love. Related to self-care, I also really want to make my hobbies and interests a big part of what I look forward to. I don't want to just be this working machine where all of the things I have to talk about are work related. I want to really embrace my hobbies as an adult and embrace the things that bring me joy outside of my 9 to 5. My friend Amy just has like amazing hobbies and really inspiring to me, and I just want to cultivate more of that for myself. So that was my intention behind creating Joy Jots in Nourish Notes, so we can really highlight the things that light us up and make us interesting. Now that I filled out my Nourish Notes and really got clear on how I want to spend my mornings, my evenings, the intentions I want to set, I want to show you how I'm taking Nourish Notes, deconstructing it, and adding it into my own dashboard, because I have so many different templates that I've created that I use on a daily basis, whether it's for my personal life or for my work. And so I want to take pieces of this template and put it into my own hub. That way it doesn't just get tucked away in a folder essentially, and then I never see it again. So I want to show you how to do the same thing in case you have other templates that you use on a daily basis. I want to show you how you can just put it into your own hub so it's front of mind. It's actually been a long time since I've updated this dashboard. I've had the same dashboard, the same cloud gift for 3 years, maybe longer. So I'm not gonna overhaul that today, but I do know that I wanna update it and I want to be able to see my habits front and center. So I'm gonna hit the backslash, type in linked view of database, click that, and I'm gonna click AM routine, or you can search AM routine. I'm going to filter it by this day because I only wanna see what's going on today. And then I'm going to click another view so I can view my PM routine. Okay, so I added PM routine, same thing, filtering it to today. And now I've got this, but I want to reorganize this a little bit. This is just a quick view of like what I'm doing to zhuzh my life hub that I haven't zhuzhed in years. What I would recommend is if you have one central place where you go every single day, add your habit tracker to that dashboard so that way it's front of mind. I'm going to move my Joy Jots into my life hub, and that way I can just have it in my own dashboard. And I can also link my gratitude journal. So I click linked view of database and click on gratitude journal. So now I've got my life hub, I've got my habit tracker that I can check off every single day, and I have my gratitude journal where I can go in here and write how I'm feeling. This definitely needs to be revamped though. I need to play with this a little bit more. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you would like to grab our Nourish Notes template, you can get it, link in the description. Either way, I hope this video was a helpful thought starter, some inspiration to get clear on different habits you want to build, how you want your routine to look and feel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!